welcome back to another episode of MapMaking. And no, this series isn't dead. I know I haven't uploaded one of these episodes in a very long time. It's probably has been over a month. So I'm really sorry about that. But what I want to tell you is, first of all, yeah, this series is not dead. And second, there's 21 islands. I've got 21 islands and I probably forgot some. So I'll quickly fly over them. And if you have sent me an island and you don't see it in here, then please give me a notification or something that I should still put it in, because then next episode I will actually set up a straw poll so you guys can actually filter out some, because I can't add them all in, and of course I don't want to want anyone to be left out. So I'll leave a straw poll with so that you can choose which one you dislike the most, which is actually rather mean, but yeah, which one you dislike the most, and then you'll be able to vote. And yeah, I'll probably filter those out then, with the most votes, of course. So yeah, that's basically the plan of it. I just showed them all. So if your island isn't in here, but you know you have sent me an email, or you've made one and forgot to send the email, then please send it in, and you'll still be able to get in there. The only thing is, the islands that are already in the first map I won't exclude. So the guys who have made those, you're lucky, you won't be filtered out at all. So yeah, then there's this island, or multiple islands I need to say. It consists of, I think, six smaller islands, which I actually didn't ask for, but that's not too big of a problem. The only question I have is, what should I do with it? Because I can't just use this as one island, and I find it mean to use it as two, and just cut it in half or something like that, because then other people don't get a chance to get in. So yeah, if this is your island, and it says Nathan Adams here, but plus the build team, so there is a whole build team here. I think it's in this cave here, if I can remember. Yeah, there's these three guys who made it. So if you made it, then or if one of you guys made it, then please send me something like an offer or something, what you want to do with it. Maybe compress it, make it an island consisting of 3. If you have any idea, I can always edit something. My first intuition was that I'll take this middle piece and basically shift the islands all together so that it's just one big island, and then use it for something in the middle, and then filter out those 2 on the sides, or maybe do something else with that. But I don't want to edit your work too much, because it's still your work and I don't want to ruin it. So that's enough for the islands. Let's hop straight into the world. Oh man, do I love being back in 1.8. I haven't seen these command blocks in like ages. I don't know why, but I love it. Yeah, I've been working in 1.9 for a very long time, which is, of course, it's good. It's good that we do it. I want to make progress on my new maps as well. I updated one of my maps as well, so that's very good. But we are continuing 1.8 in this one. And the thing I want to work on today is actually a suggestion of you guys, so that means that I actually listen to your suggestions. I think I asked in the last episode how you guys wanted to get your artifact back, because once you use the artifact, I don't want you to actually be losing it. Well, if you wanted it to be lost, then that's great. So once you lose your artifact, you can use it basically once per PvP round, if you understand what I mean. But I want a way that you can actually use it multiple times, but for a price. Well, actually, that's the suggestion. If you don't know, if you haven't been following this series for since the beginning, you can actually get money by killing people, and by killing them faster you get more money. It's a very easy system actually making that. But the thing, I had this whole timer set up, and you can still see some leftovers of it right here. I had a timer set up, and the timer basically would count down to from 64 to or from 60 to 0, and when it hits 0, then you would get your artifact back. But the thing is, you can only that way you could use your artifact 3 times, which is not really a thing I wanted to use to do. So what the suggestion was here is that we would be able to buy it back. So to quickly go back here, let's see if we can start the artifact clock here. How do we do that again? I need to find this stuff out. It's not on this clock, that's what I say. It's on this one, and as you see, there's some more changes here. There's some gaps, and they weren't here before. Can teleport, execute at a TP clock, ability. Is it ability clock? Let me check. Ability clock, and that one was called artifact clock. Yes, I have Optifine here, which I find really nice. This one was no. Where is artifact clock? I'll find it. I'll find it. But I just need to check in which slot this actually gets sent. So yeah, let me check that and I'll be back. So what I just did is when we actually throw an artifact, for example a block of gold that I used for testing, and I actually set it one up already, which is the block of gold, which is number 3. And basically what it does is sets your score of last artifact, which you can see on the right, to 3. Which it does, I think, somewhere here. Yeah. So when you have a thrown artifact of 3, which gets set, I think here. Yeah. So there's the entity, the gold block, is going to have a score of thrown artifact 3, and that entity is going to set the nearest player his last artifact to 3. So basically it tracks the last artifact you have thrown. So in this case the gold block. And don't know what this does, it's probably not really necessary for now, but what I did is when you have a score of last artifact of minimum 1, so everyone who has used an artifact the last round is going to have a score of, or is going to have his last slot replaced with cyan stained clay. So basically what happens here is when I set my score to 0, there we go, let's actually get 1, for example we use it. There we go. So we use it, and now we get that cyan stained clay in our inventory, and it will have some extra tags, which we will do now. This will have a display, and it will be like this with a name, and that will be buy another or something like that. If you're not fond with that, then please tell me. So this one will now be called buy another. So when we hover over it, buy another. Let's actually. No, that doesn't help. Chat is overriding that, but it basically says buy another now. As you see, buy another. So what we want to happen is when this this guy here is thrown, we want to check the last artifact score, and then give the player based on that score their new artifact. So we are going to count out 1, 2, 3. So 3 is going to go here. And we are execute. Well, actually, let's track first the throwing of this guy. So let's see. Can we set up a scoreboard for this? We can. Scoreboard objectives. Add. How would we call it? By new dummy artifact. Artifact. So artifact by new A. Let's do it like this. Dummy. Then execute. Or let's say it like this: scoreboard players set at E by new artifact to 1 if the item is an ID of Minecraft stained hardened clay, and it has a damage of 9B. So that is this item. So when we throw this, we want to trigger this. So let's say execute at E with a score of, how we call it again, buy new artifact, minimum 1, minimum 3, and a score of buy new artifact of 3. No, it's not. No, just minimum 1. Okay, sorry, I'm getting confused here. Then execute, or no, let's do replace item entity at P with a score of last artifact. Yeah, last artifact minimum 3 and a score of last artifact equal to 3. Equal to 3 with a slot.hotbar.8, and we want to replace it with a gold block, which we will name after. So, which means that when we throw this now, that's a bummer. So let's actually test this. How is it called again? Scoreboard. What did I say? Scoreboard objectives set display sidebar by new A. There we go. When we throw it, no, that doesn't work. And I think that has to do with the damage. So as long as we don't, yeah, there we go. So now, still doesn't work. So what does this do? Buy new A, minimum 1. Replace slot with gold block. Okay, so it's immediately replacing this one again, which is not a good thing. So we need to add a little bit to this. We'll copy this, then we will remove this, and basically what this is doing is replacing the gold block, but the gold block is getting immediately replaced with the cyan clay again, which is not what we want. So what do we want to do now? We want to set his score of last artifact to 3 or to -3. Let's set it to -3. Scoreboard players set, and then this to last artifact to -3. Is this correct? Well, this will certainly do. That is true. And when we now flip it again, that doesn't work. Yeah, that's what I figured. So let me just tinker a little bit on this, and I'll see you then. Don't be scared with the huge list on the side. It's actually really easy. But I figured the problem out. Don't mind this. This was just for testing. Let's do it like this for now. Okay, so I figured it out. If you look at my hotbar at the block of gold, when I throw it, it becomes buy another, and when I throw it again, it becomes a block of gold. And this basically is an infinite cycle. And as you see on the right, you can see my name. It now says has artifact 1, and now it has 0. So I'm basically used repurposed a scoreboard objective that I had before. And this is the scoreboard objective has artifact, as you can see on the right. It is used for the artifact switching and getting and yeah, removing it again and things like that. Sorry for the cars if you can hear it. My window is opened. Sorry for that. So yeah, when I throw it, becomes buy another, and when I throw it again, it becomes block of gold, just like I wanted. I had to solve it with a few more command blocks, and it's still not fully done. And the last part I want to do on camera, and then we'll call it quits for today. So the first thing we want to do is in this sequence here. This is the sequence when you activate a gold block. Sorry for the burp. So when you throw the gold block, this whole sequence happens. So this is the first 3 is just the artifact happening. And let's actually clear this. Scoreboard objectives, display sidebar. There we go. Let me close my window. I'll be back. Yeah, the kids are playing outside, so that's why I closed my window. So we're back. So basically what happens is this sequence happens when I throw the gold block. And what happens then is first this one activates, which set my last artifact score to 3. Which set my score to 3. And this one is new. It sets my artifact score to 0 because my last artifact I used is 3, but I don't currently have any artifact in my inventory because I just used it. So that's the key here, and this thing just kills the artifact itself. Then what happens right here is I swapped some things around. So the first thing that activates here is, or this thing is happening first, I think. So that kills. Wait, does it? No, this thing activates first, and I'll tell you later why. This is killing the stained clay here, the buy new A thing, and this setting the score. So basically, what happens when you throw it? It won't kill it first. It will because it does not have a score yet. Then it comes to this command block and it sets its score and its name and things like that. Or no, this just gives you the artifact. Then it sets its score, and then it starts from this side and it activates this whole sequence in this order. Not in this order, just in that order. And then when you have a score of highest artifact of 1, but the item, the stained clay, is actually in the air, it's thrown, it will replace that slot with a gold block. Then it will set your highest artifact score to 1 because you've got an artifact, and then will kill this thing, which can actually be removed now. That was just for testing purposes as well, and as you see, it's now a fair few bits faster actually. So that's really cool. The only thing I need to add now is that it will be dependent on money, and for that I need to look up the scoreboard objective that was linked to that, and I think it was just kill money or get money. No, it was a get money and will. Okay, no, that's not the scoreboard objective. It's right here, I think. Money, just money, not that difficult. So for now we'll call it $400 or something. Let's make it 500, which is 500 units. I don't know what you want to use for that. So when you have a score of money minimum equals 500, So if you have at least $500, you can use that. So and there we go. Let's put it right here as well. At B right there. And let's copy the player selector tag here, which is this whole thing with the scores. There we go. Have I got it? There we go. And now we need just to add the last command block. Let's add it on top. Scoreboards, players, remove this thing, money 500, because otherwise you wouldn't even spend it. There we go. And now scoreboard objective display cyber money. How much do I have? None. So scoreboard okay. Scoreboard players add RSG projections money. Let's make it just 100,000. That's 10,000. Oh, it is draining. Is it because this matches? I think it is. Let's actually stop it. Yeah, it's this thing. Okay, so there's a flaw with this. It only should activate once. Last artifact minimum 0. Oh, we forgot the execute. We forgot the execute. There we go. Shift home, Control C, home, Control V, and now it should stop. There we go. It should stop. Yeah. So yeah, when we use it, it uses $500. Ain't that cool? I think that's really cool. So that means you can only recharge it when you have $500. And you can of course spam it, which is a really dumb thing to do, but you can do it, which is awesome. And that's, I think, all we did. I wanted to do for this episode. It actually went a lot faster than I thought, because I've tinkered around with it a little bit, and it, yeah, it's a lot easier. I just need to tell you that I do have a Twitter account. So for the new guys around here in the channel, I do have a Twitter account. I have a fair few followers. Don't get too much feedback, but if you want to have some input into the channel, into maps, into anything, you want to have some more information, everything is on there. So yeah, the link is in the description, of course, and I'll see you in the next episode, guys. I think, yeah, why not? I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Bye!